My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Today we'll be taking a look at the Princess Bride Inigo Montoya McFarlane Toys figure. These are rated for ages 12 and up. We see his awesome sword there on display. We'll get a closer look at that. I do feel like the blades on these swords are just a little bit too short, but yeah, the work they did on the handle is very nice. I think if they'd scaled the size of the handle down and gone up just a hair with the blade, it would have been perfect, but we'll take what we can get. You just get your open window box style package, very similar to the DC Multiverse line, just absent the blue, but still going with a black and white motif. You get a nice picture of Wesley and Buttercup kissing, smooching at sunset on the back, and then you get a look on the back here at the other figures in the line, and voila, very nice. And then on the other side, we just get the character's name and Princess Bride and McFarlane branding and whatnot, and then on the top you get your Princess Bride call out. Alright, here is Inigo Montoya out of the package, looking awesome. Nice little wash over his tunic there, and don't think there's much of a wash on the pants or the shirt, but then we do get a slight wash on the boots, so it's pretty much the tunic and the boots that have a wash to them. Everything else, from what I can tell, does not. The swords on all these figures are going to be warped coming out of the package. Some of them are curved up and down, so I made sure I found one that was not curved like up and down like a pirate sword. Arrgh. I went ahead and made sure I had one that was straight this way, and I can hide this funkiness with how I angle the shot or whatever. So other than that, really nice looking swords. I'm going to bring this in a little closer so we can get a closer look at it. Very nice scroll work all over it. When he shows this sword to Wesley, he comments, "I've never seen its equal." And yeah, so just a real wimpy, floppy plastic, which I guess keeps it from getting broken or whatever, but it also lends to warping really bad. So you'll have to find a creative way to store these when you put your figures away to keep it from getting all jacked up. But if it does, you can just heat it up and then cool it down really fast after you reshape it. Should hold its shape fairly decently. Another thing about this figure that, I mean, it looks cool if you're just gonna pose him on your shelf. He's kind of got his eyes just offset slightly to the side. But given that his sword hand is here and his open hand is here, it's gonna look funny to have him pointing his sword at somebody but looking the opposite direction. And so you'd have to like turn his head, which he does tilt his head and kind of look to the side a lot in the film, so it, you know, but I don't know. I think I would rather have had his eyes focused forward than be offset like that. Personal preference, but I could probably work around it. We'll see. Just looking at the texture and everything, it looks really nice. You've got the leather-like texture here in the vest. The hair sculpt is very nice. And even in the shirt, there's all kinds of texture and wrinkles sculpted in. So, very nice looking figure for sure. Boots look cool. I can't wait to get Wesley. I ordered Wesley 3 days before I ordered this thing, and he showed up way before Dread Pirate Roberts came. So, you just never know off of eBay if you're gonna have something show up in a couple days, or they're gonna wait like a week to ship it, which is so annoying. If you sell stuff on eBay, don't wait a week to ship it after it's been paid for. Like, I pay instantly. I don't ever like buy something quote unquote and then wait around for like a couple weeks before I send payment. I pay instantly. So if you got people buying instantly, you should ship instantly. Rant over, sorry. But yeah. So here we have a pose. If you put the sword across his body, and he's looking that side, then it looks like he's, preparing to be on guard for the attack or whatever. But yeah, still a little. It'd be great if they had two different head sculpts. So one where he's looking forward and then one where he's off to the side. But when you do something very specific like that, it kind of limits, in a way, some of the posing you can do. So I understand, like, the character does that, so it's a nice nod to the character and his personality. But again, it does limit some of your posing to a degree. For the articulation, standard stuff, any McFarlane figure you have, you got the rounded ball hinge shoulders, you got the swivel in the upper arm, you get double jointed elbows, and then of course you have your ball hinge wrists, so you can get any movement you desire out of that. We also have the same little setup inside there, similar to the hinges on the NECA Dark Horse 2-pack figures, the Superman and Alien stuff. Same design there, and all the other McFarlane figures. Heel to butt, no problem. Very slight left to right swivel, not much to speak of at all, no boot cut, and then ball hinged ankles, so you know what you're getting with that. I hate ball hinged ankles, for the record. Then you do get toe articulation, which I think is useless. I wish they would go to a Marvel Legends style ankle. That would eliminate so many issues. It takes a lot of energy and effort to reposition the balls just right to get in dynamic poses. And something like the little swivel that Marvel Legends uses on their ankles just eliminates all that frustration. It makes a figure so much more easy to pose around. Makes the articulation so much more fluid. This is a bit rudimentary, I think, but take it or leave it. It is what it is. One thing I didn't want to fail to mention is he has the little scars here on his face where the six-fingered man cut him on each side. So that's a cool little detail. Here he is with another McFarlane figure in terms of size comparisons. The Emerald Archer himself, Oliver Queen from the Arrow TV series. This is the season 1 long sleeve suit. It would be great if they would do the short sleeve version. That was like the DC Direct 2-pack with the Flash. That thing is stupid expensive. It's like $200 for that box set, which is ridiculous. The aftermarket price on it. So it'd be nice if McFarlane would treat us to the short sleeve version. Here he is with the McFarlane DC Essentials Nightwing figure, and you can see they're essentially the same height, very similar build. Here he is with the Toy Biz Horse and Rider, Gandalf's horse from the Two Towers film. Shadowfax, Lord of all horses. And if you recall, at the end of the film, Princess Bride film, they find 4 white horses and they all ride off into the sunrise on those. So if you've got some of those horses, you can recreate that shot if you like. And here he is with a Marvel Legends Hulk figure. Here he is next to a DC Direct Green Arrow figure, and you can see he's just a bit taller. The DC Direct figures were a nice large size. McFarlane's scale is all over the place. Anywhere from like 6.5 up to like 7.5 inches. It's kind of crazy how wide it swings. It's not uniform at all. It would be nice for them to kind of get a handle on that aspect. The sculpt work and paint and everything, you know, all the figures look fantastic, but the scaling is just so bizarre. Here he is with a DC Essentials Joker, which is just slightly taller than the Arrow figure, but still a hair smaller than this line. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. Sorry, had to throw the cheesy song in there somehow. So yeah, great figure. Final thoughts, I love it. It's all the nostalgia feels for sure. If you loved this film as a kid, you watched it growing up, which I did like all the time. I always dressed up as Dread Pirate Roberts or Zorro, either one, back and forth. Very similar, just minus the cape and the hat, essentially. So, yeah, I loved this film, and I loved running around in my backyard sword fighting with invisible people. So, I don't do it now, though, so don't get any ideas about me. Great figure, definitely recommend it. Pick it up. Love it, need it, embrace it. Check out my Instagram for action figure news and custom work and all kinds of other stuff. Sorry I'm a little scatterbrained tonight, I'm exhausted. I'm on my 5th day of a 7-day straight work week, so my thoughts are not quite as concise as normal. So thank you for bearing with me. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.